Beautiful day. As a young man, firstly growing up and getting my education in England, it was all about competing for the best in what you could gain. You know, the best car, the best job, best house, the best in whatever you can achieve. And that's what one strived for, is what we're all doing in many countries of the world. And we looked for ways of enhancing and developing ourselves for that best job, for that best salary, for that best bonus, for that best status, for that best car or cars. And it was over time, over a great deal of time, when I'd achieved a lot of those things, or most of those things, or in fact all of those things, I realized actually they were just things. And I was really chasing someone else's dream. I wasn't chasing my own dream, I was chasing somebody else's dream. Because I was brought up thinking all these things were important to have, important to achieve, important to gain. And as I got much older, I realized that was not the case. It's not about how much money you earn. It's not about how large your house is, how many things you have. It comes down to the simple things in life of being happy and healthy. Being healthy and being happy. And what is happiness? You know, happiness is different things to different people. If you ask somebody who's 10 or 12 years old, what would you like to make you happy? Well, they'll give you a long list of things. We all know what a lot of those things may be. Likewise, when you're in your 20s and 30s, the same would apply. As you get into your 50s and 60s, your values are changing and your needs change as well. And you realize your time spent on chasing these things, these possessions, if you like, become meaningless. They become memories in the back of your mind, yes, but they become meaningless. And you realize, you look at them with no real achievement. You know, you may have achieved that golden job, you may have got that status. But if I think back on my work, for example, having worked on 3 continents and carried pretty good positions in my career, both working for corporate environments and also working in my own business, I learnt in later life that it was the experiences in life with different people and different culture that were the real values I gained, the real important things I learned. It wasn't the money and the status and the success in things I achieved in South Africa or the Middle East or in the Far East or Poland or in the UK. It was the people I met, the things I learned from the people, the knowledge I gained, the friendships I gained, that were the real richness of that journey. Not how much money I made, not how many possessions I gained, not what my car was at any one particular time. It was all about people and that energy and that culture and that warmth and understanding and difference, sometimes very different. So sitting in the Philippines, for me, in this little provincial town, or on the edges of a little provincial town, living a real cool, simple life, I feel richer and wealthier in what I have around me and how I feel than ever before. And financially, I'm the least to what I've ever been before. If you want to put a number to it, financial numbers, absolutely meaningless, because I don't have the financial numbers now that I had back then, in those years. But in terms of wealth, I feel much richer, much happier, much more content with life and with the people around me. I give it, now I'm giving valuable, what is regarded as valuable advice and valuable information to students. So not just talking business English, but actually talking strategic thinking, talking about leadership, people development, talking about progressing forward in new markets, talking about technology versus people, and all those important things we do tend to talk about in our daily talks and chats I have with my students. But it's information, it's knowledge, I give it away. Yes, Luna. Yes, my girl. Hold on. What's wrong? You want to come in here? Okay. Come on then. Come on. Are you going up there? Hello, Luna, my girl. Hello. This nice collar you got, this nice Burberry collar that Richie bought you, yes? Yes. Wow, what a smile. To get true sense of enjoyment in your final years of retirement, you've got to really establish if this is for you, if this is what you want. Because the real Philippines is not a bar girl for a few weeks or months in a city somewhere. That's what the Philippines is, how it's portrayed to many coming here. It's not that at all. It's not about, yes, it's here, I don't mean it's not here, but that's not what it's about. Life here is far more meaningful than coming here in your late 60s, mid 60s, 50s, whatever the case is, and finding someone who says they love you, who's probably 20 or not even, and you think, fantastic, life is wonderful. That's not life, guys. I'm being perfectly honest. Contentment in life is far more than that. And people who go down that road and then put money into a house and get married, rush into marriage, and then wonder why things have gone wrong and they've been scammed. Well, who's really to blame in that process? You know, come here and like the country first for what it is. If you like the country for what it is, come here and live in it. Rent a property, rent something for 10,000 pesos a month. You'll get a nice little property for 10,000 a month. And then you can take life step by step at the right pace. Learn the culture of the country. Learn the laws of the country. Learn how wonderful this place is to live and how it can improve your health. It can improve your way of looking at life. Get a hobby. Get a purpose to do things. And then if it's all going well, perhaps a relationship will be the right option coming further down the line. But it's something you have to, I think, work on. If you've had a long-term relationship online and you're coming to close it, to make it official, be very careful. Because having a relationship online, talking to somebody for every day on your laptop and visiting them during a holiday period is not a relationship at all. It's a kind of relationship, yes, but it's not the reality of life. It's not when things are going wrong. It's not when things are going wrong with families, illnesses, deaths, other things that happen, because you will be in all of that as well, and it's important to really understand it and be part of it. Don't fool yourself of anything less than that. Family is very important here, very important. Sometimes I just sit here and snooze, shut my eyes, listen to the sounds around me, and as they change during the day. We're now coming up to 11 a.m. and it's sounds are now totally different to what they were at, say, 6 a.m. this morning. Obviously, you hear less insects now. You still hear some birds in the trees. You hear a lot more what I call the man-made sounds start appearing. You hear the motorbikes in the distance without the silencers. You hear the music or the radios playing in homes around the place, you know. You hear people chatting to each other across the fences or across the fields even. You know, people have a conversation with each other from 50 meters away, literally, in the province, as Richie was saying earlier in the last video. So, yeah, but I would sit here and shut my eyes and identify the sounds, pick out the different bird species, the wildlife, insects. Obviously, then I start picking up the dogs and the chicken sounds, and I can identify my own dogs in the front, so I can say, that's Rufus, what's he barking at? And he's 150 meters away. And I then listen to, the various sounds as the street peddlers coming along on the road, I can hear as well now. You can hear them in the distance, selling their wares. So it's a different environment to a culture you have in, say, UK. Yes, it can be noisy. Times can be noisy. And then times can be very tranquil and beautiful as well. And you've got to know when those times are and what you're looking for. Although they're noisy, it's not like noise in the middle of a city. There's lots of noise. This is noise, in my view. That's life. It's the living of a bustling little country community in the province. People making a buck, selling their wares, or providing services of some kind. Dogs and chickens. I can hear Rufus barking in the distance. Yeah, that's Rufus. I'm expecting someone to come and service the e-bike today, so it could be there, but Richie's up there, so she'll sort it out. Luna girl, are we going to go up and see the puppies now? Shall we go and see your babies? Yes? Shall we? Come on then. Don't know if she's really interested. She likes the tranquility down here like me. Yeah. Okay, I'll leave you here. I'll leave the door open then, okay? Yeah.